now proceed with the Best Supporting Actor category. And the nominees are Josh Brolin in Milk, Robert Downey Jr. in Tropic Thunder, Philip Seymour Hoffman in Doubt,
Heath Ledger in The Dark Knight, and Michael Shannon in Revolutionary Road. The winner, of course, was Heath Ledger in this category, and the Oscar goes to, surprise, Heath Ledger. So the reason why we picked Heath Ledger, not just because we've been plugging The Dark Knight almost every segment, is just because Heath Ledger did an outstanding performance, and that's why a lot of people are like, oh, I don't want to go this because it's a Batman movie, but it's not. It's more than that.
Yes.
It's just a psychotic performance. He's just letting know the character who plays Batman that he doesn't care.
Yeah.
He will, like Michael Caine quoted as offered in the movie, some men just want to see the world burn. And that's what exactly Heath Ledger did in this regard of this movie. And when the family come up to accept the speech, accept the award and gave a speech, it was a very heartwarming touch. Everybody was standing up. It was just a heartwarming moment in cinema at that time.
Yeah. For me, his performance just kind of pushed it to that upper echelon of performances. He just created something with this Joker. He took an already existing character that already had a loyal following, and he just put a twist to it and put something on it, his own special touch to it that was just so memorable, and it's just one of the best performances. And you also have to throw in the fact that he died and all the rumors surrounding it.
Yes.
Just kind of put that extra little touch on it. It's a sad thing to say that, but it
put a bit of a touch. Yes,
it did.
For sure. No, it was a very well-deserved award. He did deserve it. It's a shame that he was not alive to see it, but maybe one day, they'll be able to sit down and have his daughter Matilda sit down and watch that movie, and she can see her dad's last performance if she hasn't seen it already.
Yeah.
All right. Now the next category up is a big one: Best Actress in a Leading Role. The nominees were Anne Hathaway in Rachel Getting Married, Angelina Jolie in Changeling,
Melissa Leo in Frozen River, Meryl Streep in Doubt, and Kate Winslet in The Reader. The winner of the Oscar was Kate Winslet for The Reader, and our Oscar goes to Kate Winslet in The Reader.
What's your view of that?
I actually didn't get to see this movie.
I didn't either, but it looks really good. It's based on an actual novel, but it's actually in Oprah's book club, and I know that because my mom's reading it right now. So,
I've always been a big fan of Kate Winslet, and I was always hoping eventually she'd get one or get some Oscar. She's very deserving of it. And the few ads I've seen of this movie, it looks like she gives a really, really good performance, and I think, it's time for her to get the recognition she deserves.
Exactly. It pushed her ahead of the competition, I think, because she's playing this woman that had an affair with a young boy at the time, and just while Ralph Fiennes, who plays the boy all grown up, he's telling this story about her and what she's done in his life. And it's just a moving performance about what she has to go through, what they went through together, and just just by seeing clips, you can know that this is a very Oscar-worthy performance, and she really did deserve the award. And I'm glad that she did get it. So, after this short Oscar clip, now we will discuss the Best Actor and Best Director categories. So, stay tuned.
Okay, our next category is Best Actor in a Leading Role. The nominees are Richard Jenkins in The Visitor, Frank Langella in Frost Nixon, and Sean Penn in Milk,
Brad Pitt in The Curious Case of Benjamin Button, and Mickey Rourke in The Wrestler. The winner was Sean Penn for Milk. And the Oscar goes to Sean Penn in Milk. Okay, so I thought Sean Penn did an amazing performance from what I have seen on screen. Another movie that I'm dying to see. It's a very tough role to play, especially just of what's going on in the world today, and it's just someone fighting for what they believe in, and just being part of this, of a person called Harvey Milk. Like even the title sucks you in. It's like, milk, what's that?
Yeah.
You know, it just makes you interested in what's going on. And just, you know, outstanding performances all around too by Josh Brolin, so I've heard, and obviously Sean Penn. It's just, it looks like one of those movies that you have to see because it's just will lift you up. It looks like.
It looks like one of those roles where, you know, yeah, you said he's fighting for what he believes in, but also for what he is.
Exactly.
Yes, for what he is, and he can't, you know, he wants to be at that level and wants to represent people there, and it's just a really, it's a very, looks like a very powerful performance from a very good actor, one of the better actors of.
Sean Penn is a great actor in almost everything he does. Mystic River, one of my favorite movies.
Yes.
Love that movie. All right, so anything else to add? No?
Nope.
All right, so we'll just move on. So the second last category that we're going to discuss here tonight is the Best Director category. The nominees were Danny Boyle for Slumdog Millionaire, Ron Howard for Frost Nixon, David Fincher for The Curious Case of Benjamin Button,
Stephen Daldry for The Reader, and Gus Van Sant for Milk. The Oscar was given to Danny Boyle for Slumdog Millionaire. Our Oscar goes to David Fincher for The Curious Case of Benjamin Button. I picked The Curious Case of Benjamin Button for him as the director because it was listed as one of those stories. It's based on a short story.
Yes.
That would be very, very hard to film.
Yes, that's for sure.
It would be incredibly hard to film, and the quality of work that David Fincher did putting this on film, putting his actors together and putting together a very great on-screen performance, you can tell by the recognition the movie has gotten.
Yes, I heard he actually worked on this movie for several years as well.
Yes. So the amount of work and time and the incredible quality of his work that came out, I think gives him this award as the best director.
Yes, I agree. I did initially when we were doing an Oscar poll, when I had a bit of my own little Oscar party sort of thing, I voted hopefully for Ron Howard to win, because Ron Howard is also an outstanding director. Like, there's a lot of good people up here. The only person I'm not very aware of is Danny Boyle, and that was just for Slumdog Millionaire. But I believe that what David Fincher did here was just outstanding. Like, that's a hard movie to work with. You have a guy aging backwards, and it's just a film to make you want to see that movie. Besides, all the fantastic special effects, to give it depth, to give it meaning, is something David Fincher did in this movie, and I'm really looking forward to seeing that movie as well. So, all right. So what we're going to do is we'll be right back after this short clip and talk about the last category, Best Picture, our favorite movie that is currently in theaters, and a look into next month. So we'll be right back. All right, we're back. Now we've come to our last category of the night, Best Picture. The nominees were The Curious Case of Benjamin Button, Frost Nixon,
Milk, The Reader, and Slumdog Millionaire. Now, the winner of the category at the Oscars was Slumdog Millionaire.
All right, and the Oscar goes to Milk.
Can't help it.